Oh yeah, I made the list. Yeah, I made the list. I think me and Former. I think it's the only two he's inviting. I'm glad to be there. Ought to be a hell of a dinner. It'll be fun.
What's it like to get a phone call from him and get that invite? What was that like?
It's always fun to get a phone call from Coach Spurrier. He's because he always has. If he's calling, he's got something to say, something to talk about, and it's usually pretty funny. But yeah, that was actually a neat call. I think back in the summer when he just called and wanted to. He was just like, yeah, I got this Hall of Fame thing, you know. One of them just a little Hall of Fame thing, you know, just that little dinner. And he's talking about the night before the actual event, he was going to have a little dinner and wanted to invite some people. So I was real honored that he wanted Kath and I to come, and so look forward to that.
Coach, how was practice today, and how does Van Smith look?
It was good. He made a little progress today. He made some progress, so he's getting a little bit better. It's one of those things he's just a little sore, but very stable, and it's not anything he's got to have surgery on or anything like that. It's just a little soreness that he's working through, but he's getting a little better. He's going to get better each day, and then practice-wise, it was good. You know, guys were focused. It was a good work day for us, and had a little 2-minute competitive drill into practice. So they're locked in and getting ready. They're excited about the opportunity. Know it's going to be a big challenge.
You still call Van questionable then? Would you list it that way?
Yeah, I guess that. What are my levels? What am I allowed?
Probable, questionable, doubtful.
I'd say he's questionable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say he's questionable.
If he's not 100% at game time, how confident are you and Kayvon and the others to be able to step up?
Well, they've gotten a lot of reps, a lot of practice. If that's the case, be ready to play, and good players. I'll recruit them. They're excited for the opportunity, but hopefully Van will be able to go for us.
How about Denzel? How'd he do?
He looks good. I think he's going to be able to go. He's probable.
He's probable.
And otherwise, generally healthy.
Yeah. We were fortunate. We played a lot of guys and came through it pretty good shape last week.
Speaking of playing a lot of guys on Saturday, Amari and T looked really good. How confident are you in a game like this where the margin for error is so much less? How confident are you to be able to play in that type of environment?
Well, I remember throwing Tyler Grisham out there in triple overtime versus Miami. I thought I was going to vomit on the sideline, so you got to trust those guys. If they put the work in, if they've practiced well, they're here to play if you need them. Now, you're not going to just play them to play them. You're going to make sure you got the best guys in the best situation. And, we've got some experienced guys. They're still young guys learning, but they're just going to get better and better every rep they get. But I trust them. I think you've got to be smart with your plan week in and week out, making sure that they're really dialed in and comfortable with the details. But those guys will be just fine.
What makes that place over there across the street so special at a night game? And is there one memory out of all the night games that maybe stands out over any other?
Oh man, there's been a lot of good ones. 14 years, I've been in some good ones. Some unbelievable night games along the way. Certainly the Notre Dame game. We've got a hurricane coming up, but that was one I'll never forget. Because it was a lot of emotion involved in that game, a long layoff, and played them forever. Playing Notre Dame, that was pretty special. Georgia. There's been a lot of. They're all special to me. They really are. Anytime we get to play, we get 7 chances to play in that stadium, and it's just such a privilege, and it really is. It is special to be able to go and play in Death Valley, and but a night game just is just a little whipped cream on top, if you will. Just place comes alive, and it's just fun. I know our fans enjoy it, and we love playing under the lights when we get that opportunity.
How nice is it to have those on a regular basis from a recruiting standpoint?
The noon games are fun. I love noon games as a coach because as a coach, our schedule's always the same on Sundays. It doesn't matter if we play at noon or midnight. It's always the same, and we've got the same amount of work to do, same routine. So as coaches, we love noon games because we get opportunity to go home on Saturday night, be with our family, have a little bit of a moment to catch your breath. 3:30 games and beyond are better for recruiting because you have more. It's just, you know, it's hard to get into Clemson. It's the easiest place to get into on game day for a noon game. So the crowd gets in a little earlier. It's a little dispersed, and so you know, guys traveling, it's usually easier 3:30 and beyond. But you know, I mean, we make the best of it regardless. And I mean, we had a great weekend last weekend from a recruiting standpoint.
Does your process change now that you have this new place? I'm sure you came straight from the hotel, but 7 o'clock game, do you guys come here first? Or
No, everything's the same for us. And I tell you, they've done a nice job for us. And, you know, we do Tiger Walk and we go in. It's just all the same for the players. The difference is a little different for our staff, the guys who aren't at the hotel, because they will be over here for later games. Noon games, everybody just goes to the stadium. But
right.
Later games, we will have recruiting here, and then they'll transition over for the Tiger Walk. We've got a recruiting center, is our old weight room. They've given us a good space there to have a place to go because we don't have the West Zone anymore. And then they made a place for our families. For me, I got actually it's a pretty nice little office over there. You know, a place where I can meet with recruits because you know, used to I would be in my office and they would bring recruits in. Now I don't have that, so made a nice little office down there. It's really a good setup. It is. So last week was the first time, and we got to live it a little while to work out a few kinks here and there, but. You know, and then post game, guys can come back over here. But it's great. This is a really great setup for us.
Has Logan Rudolph showed you enough to think that he can go out there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you know, these guys. That's the thing. I mean, we hadn't played an opponent, but they're practicing against good people every day. I mean, he's out there going against, you know, Mitch and Ankrum and Pollard and all those cats. So. I mean, that's why he's second team right now. I mean, because he's demonstrated that, you know, he can go play. He's processed it really well. And he played in, so it's been a little more natural for him. But yeah, he's got to be ready.
Isaiah Simmons had a couple of really hard hits in the game on Saturday. Is that something you're pretty used to seeing from him in practice?
Yeah, he's explosive. I mean, he is long and fast and you know, explosive power through the tackle. I've seen that a bunch in fall camp. He is a guy that likes it, and I think he's going to be a great player. It's going to be fun to watch him grow and mature.
Coach, you obviously have a lot of respect for how good Auburn is this season and also last season when you played him. Pat Dye said a couple of weeks ago that it's the most talent he's ever seen on an Auburn team. Is that statement surprise you at all?
Well, he'd know better than me. I mean, I've studied Auburn for years and years and gone against some great Auburn teams, that's for sure. Obviously won the national championship back in 10. That was a great team. But you know, Coach Dye, he's coached some great ones, so he would know. But I'll let him be the judge on who's better and all that. But I will say this: I agree with him that this is a great team. This is a very talented team. I mean, they've got all the pieces. They've got really good on defense, good in the trenches. They got depth. They got skill. They got a quarterback. They got a great kicker. You know, good coaches. So I mean, they've got everything they need to have an outstanding team and great season this year. So that's why I'm saying this is a really good opportunity for us early in the year, especially before you get into your conference play, to see where you are.